Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now this week I would like to highlight some of the important changes in the CDC COVID guideline, update on the new fall booster, and also talk about some controversial implications of the new booster, and in particular for my viewers in America. So let's get started. The CDC's COVID response has long been criticized during the pandemic, and CDC Director Dr. Walensky recently acknowledged the agency's failures and is committed to make changes. One of the first changes is that the CDC has indicated streamlining the COVID guidance. The new focus is on helping people to understand their own risks and how to protect themselves and others. If you have followed this channel since last summer, you would know that I've always been stressing on assessing individual risk, and I'm glad that the CDC is finally making some sense. These new recommendations are focused on helping prevent severe diseases and move the American public to a point where COVID is no longer severely disrupting our daily lives. One of the biggest changes is that people exposed to the virus no longer need to quarantine, and that is true regardless of their vaccination status. CDC also formally acknowledged immunity from infection, or what we often refer to as natural immunity. Again, I think this is a good move. Other changes include assessing COVID cases at the local community level and allowing people to make an individual decision on wearing masks indoors. Now, shorten time to quarantine to 5 days for confirmed COVID cases and maximize school opening and in-person learning for K through 12. These are all welcoming changes, and I also see that CDC is no longer stressing about preventing all mild to moderate COVID-19 cases for everyone. And I know some of you may not like that idea, but it is a move toward accepting COVID-19 is a diverse disease, and the risk for severe disease is not the same for everybody. While CDC is making some welcoming changes, the administrations appear to be having some mixed message about the new fall booster and as well as who should be getting it. According to this news articles from CNBC, Dr. Ashish Jha, the COVID-19 response coordinator from the White House, made some bold predictions in his latest press briefing. First, Dr. Jha thinks the new booster will become available by early to mid-September. And second, he also emphasized that the BA.5 bivalent new booster are substantial upgrades in our vaccines in terms of their ability to prevent infection, prevent transmission, and certainly prevent serious illness. In the same news article, someone from the CDC also expects the FDA to sign off the new Pfizer booster for everyone 12 and above, and the one from Moderna for people 18 and above. This part is where I'm very confused, and I'm going to explain why. The manufacturer's press release is certainly the least favorite place I would like to pull data from. Nevertheless, it is usually the first place to look for new vaccine development. But either Pfizer or Moderna has any new updates regarding a bivalent vaccine based on the original strain and the BA.5 spike protein. In fact, the only clinical data that has surfaced is from a bivalent vaccine candidate based on the original strain and the BA.1 spike protein. The UK has just authorized this new booster from Moderna, and the EU will likely follow soon. According to Moderna, this new bivalent booster is called mRNA 1273.214 and was studied in 437 participants. They claimed the vaccine generated significantly higher level of antibody against all known variants of interest when compared to the original mRNA 1273 vaccine. There were no safety concerns observed in the study, but remember, rare side effects are very unlikely to surface in these small studies. On the Pfizer end, they were enrolling about 200 participants between 18 and 55 in the US to study their bivalent booster. Based on the original strain and the BA.1 or BA.2 spike protein, there weren't any updates on this booster's immunogenicity and side effects when I was preparing for this video. So far, every publicly available information about a bivalent vaccine is on BA.1 or BA.2 bivalent. So what about BA.5? There's really nothing right now. Besides the one slide animal data Pfizer gave in a June FDA meeting, there is no public knowledge of how a BA.5 bivalent vaccine behaves in humans. This means that for the first time, the FDA is planning to base its decision about whether to authorize the new booster on study involving mice instead of humans. According to Dr. John Moore, an immunologist at Weill Cornell Medicine in New York, for the FDA to rely on mouse data is just bizarre, in my opinion, and mouse data are not going to be predictive in any way of what you will see in humans. Some experts argue that we had enough experience with the mRNA vaccine and safety would not be a big concern. Okay, for the sake of argument, let's assume it will be safe for the majority of the population. But there is no way to know precisely how immunogenicity in mice translates into immunogenicity in humans. This also implies there's no current knowledge even to correlate the new BA.5 bivalent vaccine's ability to prevent infection, prevent transmission, and prevent serious disease. Now you see why I'm very confused about what Dr. Jha said about the new booster's substantial upgrades. And let's look at one more implication. In another 2 months or so, there will be even more divergence in vaccine effectiveness across the two sides of the Atlantic Ocean. The UK and EU citizens will get the BA.1 bivalent vaccine, and Americans will get the BA.5 bivalent vaccine. What this implies is that Americans are not likely to know much about the effect of the new booster on humans when it first rolls out, and we will not even be able to use UK and EU data to make an indirect prediction. Now finally, I want to say that I am aware that there are still about 400 Americans dying from COVID each day. And the logic is that if fewer people get COVID by having the new booster, then we can, in theory, minimize COVID deaths. This is what we would like to see, and let's hope this will come true. To wrap up, now the CDC aims to prevent severe COVID-19, and we still see 2 to 3 doses works well to prevent severe COVID-19 in younger population. So I hope CDC will make rational fall booster recommendation for the high-risk population and let low-risk population to make individual risk assessment, and in particular, not making a blanket statement saying everyone should get the new booster. That is all for this week, and if you are still watching at this point, I know you are my loyal viewers, and I'm glad to tell you that I'm planning to start a new live streaming series on a podcast platform and as well as also streaming on YouTube. Now I've already planned some topics that are about medications and other health that is beyond COVID-19, and I would also like your opinion on what specific topic you would like to hear from me. So let me know in the comment section. Lastly, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Meanwhile, again, please stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. Bye.